So I want to show you something. This is one of the very first woodworking projects I ever did. Made it over 20 years ago now. It's a jewelry box. If you can open it up and it has different pieces of jewelry in it. And I made it for my wife before she was my wife. I actually made it with my dad. I wanted to give my girlfriend at the time a nice gift and wanted it to be very personal, and so I made it, and it's very basic. There's not much to it. Meaningful because I did it with my dad, who helped me, and now more than 20 years later, my wife hasn't thrown it away. She still uses it, which makes me feel good. And I'm telling you that story because in Deuteronomy chapter 10, Moses made something. After he was on the mountain with God for 40 days, and he went down and he saw the golden calf and he smashed the stone tablets. Before he came back up again, God told him to make actually two things. He said, I want you to take out some stone and chisel the stone to make the new tablets. And then I want you to build an ark of wood. Probably not a massive one, but just a container, a wooden container that he could use to put the tablets in. And I don't know how long it took Moses to do that. I don't think it's a very simple thing to go and chisel out the stone and carve it so that it makes sure that well, it looks like two nice stone tablets, and how easy was it to get wood? You couldn't just go down to the lumber yard and and get somebody to work with that and put it together. And I don't know that we're ever told that Moses made anything else out of wood. So this may have been his first try, kind of like that jewelry box was my first try with making something out of wood. But God not only waited for it, however long it took him, he loved it. I mean, he used it. Whatever it looked like, whatever the finished product was, God used it. And he used it to bless so many others. And I think that's fascinating because it's really what God does. It's how he looks at your work. He loves it. Whatever it looks like. The work that you do for your job, for your family and your community, the work that you do to care for others, and just whatever it is and however long it takes, and he loves it. He doesn't judge it. The work that's required for us to be good with God, the work that's required for us to get into heaven, to be a member of God's family, Jesus took care of all that. God looks at Jesus and his work, and he credits it to us by faith. We're not responsible for that. Jesus takes that burden off of our shoulders, the burden of wondering if God is smiling at my work today. He is. Which means that whatever you do, God loves it. There's a passage in the book of Proverbs that says, whatever your hand finds to do, just do it with all your might. And that's not to say you gotta like go above and beyond and you gotta be better than you were last time. And no, that's more of a just do the best with the abilities that God gave you. And then just as God took full responsibility for taking what Moses had created with his hands and using it to bless so many people, God is also the one who takes full responsibility for taking whatever you do with your hands and blessing others with it. Another way to say that is, God looks at you right now, and he looks at your life. He looks at everything that you do in it. And he thinks you're a blessing. You are. You always will be. Which means that you can rest well tonight, my friends, knowing that whatever work you did, God is smiling at it. And then you can wake up again tomorrow and whatever your hand finds to do, just do it with all your might. And God will love it. And God will bless it. Rest well tonight, my friends.